And a good afternoon to you. It's Spartanburg Methodist Pioneers and Johnson Royals today on YouTube. Part of a doubleheader, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Shima, glad to be with you once again as we wrap up this very busy 8-day stretch for the Pioneers, who come in at 1-2. Johnson Royals, this is their season opener. Later start for the Royals as Brian Lawhorn and his team come to town to take on the Pioneers. Let's meet the starting lineups today. It's for Johnson University. Number 1, Emily Wilson. Number 2 is Emery Barragona. Number 10, Jordan Hefner. Number 11, Sophia Singer. And number 42 is Hannah Jones. For your Pioneers and Coach Reed Walling, same starters as always. Number 0, Mia Hansen. Number 4 is Zy Bell. Number 5, Jada Liebert. Number 11, Destiny Middleton. And number 33, Amaya Gallman. Pioneers coming off a 73-59 loss against Columbia College on Wednesday. SMC, 21 turnovers in that game. They were 1 of 9 from 3. Koalas shot 53% in that game. Crystal Johnson, the lone player in double figures with 12 points. There were no assists. There were no assists in that game for the Pioneers. I've never called a basketball game 0 assists. 0. They got me turning into Stephen A. Smith. 0 assists in a game. So that is a key to the game today. Get an assist for Johnson. I'm hot about it. For the Royals, last year they went 17-12 and 15-7 in the Appalachian Athletic. They lost to eventual champion Pikeville in the AAC quarters. 7-win improvement over 2 seasons ago. They have most of their scoring back this year, too. So, Johnson is in the blue and Pioneers in the white as Gallman, and it's controlled by Hannah Jones, and they go quickly down low. And they like to play quick, as you can see. Emily Wilson scoring the first 2. Emily Wilson, 10.8 a game a season ago, one of 4 returners who averaged in double figures from last season. They also added one big recruit as well, which we'll talk about. Gallman gets tied up in the lane. It's a jump ball possession error, keeping it with the Pioneers. Pioneers going to have to take care of the basketball, going to have to make unselfish plays. This is a good Royals team and a relatively veteran Royals team. Hansen out on the wing. Back to Gallman. The turnaround is off the mark. Rebound controlled by Hefner. Jordan Hefner averaged close to 6 rebounds a game a season ago. Here's Wilson now top of the key, handing it off to Hefner. Attacking right of the lane, banks it off the glass and scores. So quick start to the new season for the Royals as Wilson scores now Hefner, and it's 4-zip. Now it's a steal for Johnson, and I believe it was Jordan Hefner again. Quick timeouts. Pinky, no spoilers, okay? I know we're a little bit behind what's going on at the gym. Pinky's in the house. And hi to the Johnson fans. Boy, probably not an easy trip. Certainly not the kind of trip they were expecting when they wrote out the schedule. Johnson University in Knoxville. And most likely had to take that 441 route through the national park there. Still thinking about everybody in Tennessee. I know Knoxville was largely spared, and Gatlinburg and Dollywood and all that is still pretty much all systems go there. And I heard that 26 is at least 1 lane now, but 40 is still a mess. So the Royals likely had a much longer trip than they anticipated here today, but we're glad everybody's here, and welcome to a new season. And a good start for the Royals, too. Antsy to get out of that bus after that long drive. They've got 6 quick points. I don't see any changes out of the timeout. Liebert throws it away. Boy, our huddle camera is going to have trouble if this is how the turnovers are going to go today. That's going to be out of bounds off of Hansen. So in transition, the missed layup for the Royals. And now Reed Walling is going to make some subs as Crystal Johnson will come in, Latavius Wilson as well. Gallman to the bench. Liebert also departs. Crystal Johnson played well. She was the lone player in double figures on Wednesday with 12 points. Nice post work by Hannah Jones, who averaged 17.1 points per ball game, 49% shooter a season ago, the freshman. 7.3 rebounds as well. Going quickly, Bell can't get it to go. Extra chance opportunity. Hansen airballs it out of bounds, and three-point shooting has been bad for the Pioneers at the start of this season. Spartanburg Methodist is below 15% from three in the last two games. 8 of 47 on the year. Going to be tough against Johnson today with those numbers as Wilson is off on her triple try. Emily Wilson, sophomore, 10.8 a game. She was 37% from three a season ago. Here is Middleton with the double pump. Can't get the roll. Offensive rebound by Johnson. Turnaround shot rejected by Jones and a late whistle. Hannah Jones did average a block a game a season ago, but got part of the arm there. She was the freshman of the year in the Appalachian Athletic Conference a season ago. Jordan Hefner, first team all-defense. And Wilson and Becca Gardner were also on the all-freshman team. 13 newcomers, though, for Brian Lauren. 3 redshirts and a grad transfer. That's number 11 on your screen, Sophia Singer, who played at West Georgia. So a D1 grad transfer. Not bad to fill out that roster full of sophomores who were the leading scorers a season ago. Hefner was 2 of 2 before that, comes up empty, 8-1. Attacking, unable to score are the Pioneers. Up and down we go. Singer, Cutter, Jones, bucket. So Jones has 4, Hefner has 4, and it's 10-1. Gilliam into the game. Gilliam attacks. Gilliam will go to the line. Naza Gilliam off the bench, 13.3 points per ball game in the first 3 games of the season. That's the second team foul on the Royals. As Jones departs, coming in is Megan Billiter. I hope I'm getting that name right. Billiter? Somebody will tell me. Well, free throw shooting going to be key if you want to stick around here if you're Spartanburg Methodist. And right now, they are 2 out of 4. So now Gilliam will go out, and they're going to bring in Marcia Watt. Half court or full court trap on for the Pioneers. No trouble for the Royals here. Hefner lost it, got it back. Now Barragona with the fake drives in. Extra pass into the corner for Blitter. And now another corner shot, this time for the left side. Singer can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Johnson. Johnson bounce passes it to Watt. Hansen on the near side of your screen with it. Inside 7 to play, just underway. 1st to 2 today. Doubleheader for you, our last doubleheader of the first half of the season. And this will be the last women's game that I'm doing for you until January. There's 2 more home games for the ladies who will start a 3-game road trip starting on the 6th, 4 days from today at St. Andrews. So they'll rematch against the Knights, who they beat for the lone win of the season so far. Tripping foul there. It's going to be the first on Spartanburg. It's on Watt. Next home game for the Pioneers will be November 23rd against Bruton Parker. It's at 2 p.m. And they'll have it for you on Huddle, on the Huddle stream, I believe. It is a pay-per-view deal, though, so keep that in mind. And then I'll be back with you in January. There's 1 more home game for the ladies in the middle of December as well. So a lot of road tripping for Spartanburg Methodist coming up. as we got a wet spot out on the court. Royals will have their home opener tomorrow. A quick turnaround. A rare Sunday game for Johnson University. They'll take on Washington Adventist, and that'll be tomorrow at 4 p.m. And then back on the road after that for 2 more. So 3 of the first 4 for the Royals will be on the road. Aragona thought about the 3. Backing down Wilson, swings it out. Neffner thought about the 3. Hansen closed out, attacks, swings it out. Aragona from downtown, no good. Rebound controlled by Wilson. Gilliam back in the game, swings it out. Watt back to her in the corner, cutting in is Hansen. That's the kind of ball movement we talked about. 0 assists in the last game on Wednesday. Bucket's no good, but that's the kind of motion and the kind of activity offensively you want to see. Hefner has it stripped away. It stays with the Royals. She gets it back now, throws cross court right to Wilson. Wilson's got a player ahead, Gilliam. Now swings it out. Watt for 3. Yes! First field goal for the Pioneers. Watt's first triple of the season. And that's a great sign for the Pioneers. Got to see some triples go down. Barragona on the wing. Nice crossover. Attacks, throws it up and in. Beautiful offense. Emery Barragona, redshirt freshman. Makes it a 7-point game. Clock's still moving. I won't tell if you don't tell. Let's keep this thing going. We got a doubleheader. He caught it. He caught it at the 5:03 mark. I want to say probably about 10 seconds ran off there. Some more changes. Caden Russell, freshman, is in for Johnson. So it's Russell, Wilson, Bellitter. Barragona still in the game. And nice defense there by Hansen. Watts gets it back to her, and sloppy basketball right now, but it's recovered by the Pioneers. So ultimately the possession does work out. Johnson with the fake, spinning, shooting, can't score. Russell with the rebound. Throws it ahead, nice outlet pass, and Blitter will go to the line. Some more changes, and we'll have free throws when we come back. 4:43 left to go. A 12-5 start for the Johnson Royals. Say hi to Meepy, everybody. She's on the broadcast today. She's very sleepy. Very sleepy. She's not feeling so good. You can see she's got her little spot on the bed, though. Welcome back to the home studio, everybody. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you from Cleveland, Ohio. Right now, Johnson University shooting 50% from the field. Let's see how they do at the free throw line here. Both teams with 2 team fouls. And the first one goes for Blitter. one of many freshmen brought in by Brian Lawhon. Mentioned 13 newcomers this season, a lot of returners. The bulk of the scoring is back on the court for Johnson this season, but a lot of newcomers. 13 of them, 3 red shirts and a grad transfer. Everybody else is a freshman, including Blitter, who's got 2 now in the game. Lead is 9 for the Royals. Gardner back in, or excuse me, that's Wilson with the spin, can't score. Gallman back in the game. Middleton back out there, almost lost it. Hansen is in, Liebert and Bell. That's the 5 right now. 3 off the mark. Nice box out there by Pike. Number 23 is Kelsey Pike, sophomore. And the outlet pass is deflected out. Spartanburg Methodist is, I'm being told, 1 of 13 from the field. That is tough. The offense has had struggles, to say the least, here in this homestand. Pike over to Gardner. Gardner in the corner, it's McDonald, Katie McDonald in the game. Now Pike attacks, too short, rebound by Liebert. Liebert pushing, numbers against her, takes it anyway. It's blocked, cleaned up, no. Middleton stays with it. Gallman from the free throw line is short. Liebert tries it again, and this time Russell is there for Johnson. McDonald, nice job to not travel there. Here is Blitter in the lane, yes. Lead grows to 11 for the Royals. Inside 3 minutes to play here in this opening quarter. First of a doubleheader. Guys taking on Warner University out of Florida coming up next. Here's Liebert for 3. In and out. Tighten those rims up before the next home game. We've got a couple of weeks. McDonald on the wing. Extra pass by Russell. Here's a 3 short by Blitter. Bell throws it ahead. Now Liebert. Gilliam to Bell. Bell, short. And again, it's Russell out of the pack with the basketball. Royals into the forecourt. Gardner on the wing. Deep 3 is off the back iron by Pike. Middleton, step back. No. Here comes McDonald into the forecourt for Johnson. Hesitates, attacks, ripped away by Bell. Nice defense. 2-on-1 now for the Pioneers. Liebert draws contact on the 3rd team foul. More free throws upcoming for Spartanburg Methodist. Hey, Crystal Johnson's brother's in the house on the chat. She was good on Wednesday, sir. Only player in double figures against Columbia College. Liked what she did on Wednesday defensively as well, as Liebert gets the first one. Jada Liebert, 8.7 points per ball game, 70% free throw shooter so far on the young season. More changes for Johnson. Hefner is back in the game as the second free throw rims in for Liebert. Jones back in the game as well. Gardner, Russell, Barragona. That's the 5 for the Royals in addition to Hefner. Entry pass deflected, and Jones ran out of room, tried to save it. Nice defense there. Some size advantage for the Royals with Hannah Jones at 6'1". Gallman is 6'1" for the Pioneers, but not in the game. Johnson is the tallest player at 5'10", so Bad pass there. Bell and Liebert miscommunication. Watt is back in for Reed Walling. So Watt, Bell, Johnson, Liebert, and Hanson. 5 right now for the Pioneers. Deep 3 by Gardner. Too strong. Tip for the rebound. It's out of bounds. Back to Spartanburg. So inside a minute to go here in this opening quarter. Good start for the Royals. They've led by as many as 11. It's a 9-point advantage right now. Pioneers trying to cut further into that. Hanson hesitates, attacks, cut off. Liebert, she'll drive, deflected to Johnson. Bell now. And that's going to be a double dribble. So 10-second difference between the quarter clock and the shot clock here. Hefner attacks. The reverse no. Johnson's got a rebound. Pioneers can run some clock here if they want. Bell, Liebert, quick 3. Hanson now. Swings it out. Watt hit a 3 earlier in the quarter. Can't get it to go. That was the lone field goal, by the way. It's the other 4 points are from the free throw line. 1 field goal in the quarter. Wilson in, Liebert out. Watt will sit down. Gilliam comes back in. That pass is trickled away. Maybe a deflection. Bell gets it to Wilson. Can't score. Wilson tip back, no. Wilson, and that'll do it. A rough first quarter offensively for the Pioneers. Johnson University leads it 16-7 after 10 minutes of play. We'll be back with the second quarter here in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Getting ready for quarter number 2. Let's check out these first quarter stats that Danny sent me from the gym. 1 of 19 for Spartanburg. Yikes. 7 of 19 for Johnson. 16-14 rebounds in favor of the Royals. Royals have 3 players with 4 points. Hefner, Jones, and Blitter. Meanwhile, for Spartanburg Methodist, it's Marcia Watt with 3. Liebert's got 2. Johnson's got 1 for Gilliam. And Liebert with 2, if I didn't say that already. So not a lot happening on the offensive end for Spartanburg. Doing a nice job defensively. Jones using her size there. So Hannah Jones up to 6 points here in this first half. Hanson. Wilson swings it out to Bell. Gilliam in the corner. I'd have gotten away with a carry there. Hanson the runner, no. Scrum for the rebound, and they're going to get a jump ball called up. No, a foul's going to be called here. And it's going against Spartanburg. So Pioneers committing the foul. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you from the home studio here in Ohio. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. This is it for me for a couple months, actually. Our next home game for the ladies will not be until January 7th that I'll stream for you. They do have one more home game in November on the 23rd. Stepping into the three, Hefner's up to 7 points. She leads all scorers, and here on this college football Saturday, we got a 21-7 right now here in our basketball game. Hefner now with the rebound. She'll push it into the forecourt. Averaged 15 a game, second leading scorer on the team last year. Gets it to Wilson for three short, and the rebound controlled by Bell. Jordan was 38% from three. Becca Gardner, the grad transfer who played in the A-Sun a season ago, 37% from three. I have that wrong. Do I have that wrong? I have that wrong. Becca Gardner is a sophomore. She was a freshman at Johnson a season ago. Looking at the wrong note. Two subs for Spartanburg Methodist as Middleton comes back in, and Gallman joining Johnson, Hanson, and Gilliam as the five on the floor. Here's Hanson for three, in and out. Offensive rebound comes down low, and Gilliam scores. That is the second field goal in the game for the Pioneers. A little trap is on. Hefner makes the unselfish play to Singer. And she has her first points at Johnson University. Mentioned she was the grad transfer at West Georgia, D1 school out of the A-Sun. 5.8 points per ball game a season ago. 39% from three at West Georgia, and 4 rebounds a game for the guard as well. Gilliam on the step back, yes, for three. So Gilliam has 6 points. Wilson throws it cross court from right of the lane. Jones long on the jumper. Tipped rebound is, well, it's going to stay in bounds, recovered by Singer. 3 ball by Hefner, no good. Singer is there. Singer says, I played D1. This is how you rebound. Here's Wilson banking it, no. Hefner down low is fouled, so 4 cracks at it for the Royals. Watt coming back in, and Liebert as well. First free throw spins in for her. Chance to make it 9 first half points. She's stuck on 8 for now. Pioneers down a dozen. Watt into the front court. Middleton gets a screen, fires a 3. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. We're starting to see some triples go down. I mentioned Pioneers were 15% or less in the last 2 games. That's a double dribble there on Singer. Shyla Whaley will come in for the first time today for the Royals. Number 35. Gilliam top of the key. Middleton same spot. Watt. Crossover. Watt attacks. Force the pass. Comes to Whaley. Extra pass to Wilson from downtown. Gallman the board. Gallman throws it ahead. Watt just got out of the pack, but she wasn't quite away far enough from Hefner. So Hefner took it back. Jones jumper, no. Up and down we go here. First 4 minutes of this second quarter. Liebert using the body. Nice offense there. And just like that, it's a 7-point game. So the lead has been cut in half by the Pioneers, who have started to pick it up. And now that's going to be an offensive foul as Liebert takes the charge. A lot of people think that for charges you have to be set, and you just kind of have to know if you're defending somebody and that arm comes extended, you want to go down, because more often than not they're going to call it. Even if it's just extended a little bit, which was the case there, that's enough. Number 22, Cameron Holcomb, is in as Coach Brian Lawhorn keeping me on my toes here. Johnson back in for the Pioneers. Her turnaround, no. Rebound controlled by Whaley. Baragona hit a field goal in the first quarter. Holcomb top of the key now. Here's Whaley from downtown. Nice position by Hanson, who's back out there for the Pioneers on the rebound. Able to tip it to her teammate. Middleton, the crossover. Liebert gets it out. Hanson using the baseline. Middleton again open. Yes, again for three. 3 triples here in the quarter for the Pioneers. 2 of them by Middleton. And the lead is 4. Surprised we don't have a timeout here by the Royals. Russell will try to answer back. Can't do it. Long rebound, though, to Johnson. It's Holcomb who got the board, and that 3 is long. Watts will slow it down. How about the effort by the Pioneers here in this second quarter after going down 21-7, 13-3 extended run. Middleton. Johnson had trouble with it. Out to Liebert. Yes! They can't miss from 3 all of a sudden. It's a 1-point game. Liebert's got 7. Well, something had to give. Holcomb the extra pass. Whaley for 3. Big bucket there. Shalila Whaley answering back. Royals needed that one. Rocket pass down low. It was deflected by Blitter, but it came to Liebert, who misses the bunny. Royals trying to regroup here. Aragona now will set up the offense after surveying there. Liebert on her. We saw a lot of zone for the Pioneers in the first 3 games. More man-woman defense here. And I believe we have a tie-up and a jump ball. So we're going to, are we going to go to a timeout? We're going to go to a timeout. 3:24 to go in the half. What was looking like a blowout is now a 4-point game. We'll take a quick break here and come back in just a moment. Shima, glad to be back with you. 3:24 to go here in the second quarter. 14-point lead by the Royals is down to 4 now. And it'll be Pioneers basketball. A good effort here in this second quarter, especially from 3. Middleton's got 6, Gilliam with 6, and Liebert leads them with 7 points. Baragona throws it ahead. More changes for both teams. I'll tell you about them as the runner by Holcomb is no good. So Gilliam is out there, Middleton, Wilson, Gallman, and Watt. That's the 5 right now for Spartanburg Methodist. Gilliam, nice crossover, airballed it, though. That's going off of Jones out of bounds. So Jones is out there with Pike. Correction, yeah, with Pike, Barragona, no, I missed the other one. Russell's still out there. Who came in? Gardner's back out there. Barragona now with the steal. 4-on-3. Russell was open. Instead, they'll set it up. Jones, the extra pass. Step back jumper. Pike, no good. Middleton trapped in the corner. Gallman is there to help. Here comes Gilliam. Spartanburg Methodist has not led. Middleton, the runner, no. Just batted it enough to give Watt a shot at the rebound. Middleton's hit 2 from there. Long on that one. Pike the board. Here's Russell. 3 by Barragona. So Johnson's also cooled off a little bit here in the second quarter. They went up 21-7. And since then, you can see what Spartanburg Methodist has been able to do. Watt hit a 3 in the first quarter. Can't get that one to go. And Wilson on the little push there in the back. Thought she might have gotten away with it, but the official there with some good eyes. Pretty clean game. Oh, I just said it again. Don't say it out loud. Well, I already said it. So pretty clean game in terms of fouls. Just 3 for Spartanburg here in the quarter. And 1 for Johnson. Yeah, John, 4 games in 8 days for the Pioneers. They have played some of the top teams in the Appalachian Athletic Conference in the process. Here's Watt for 3. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound trickled to Wilson, then she got tripped up. When you look back to last Saturday, Spartanburg Methodist playing against Reinhardt, that was a tournament team in the NAIA from a season ago. And then St. Andrews, although not top tier in the conference, has improved from a year ago, got a 2-point victory there. And Columbia is very good. Now you got the Royals, who are also the Appalachian Athletic, which I believe Spartanburg Methodist is joining at some point. Really stout. Another 3 by Liebert. She's in double figures with 10. It's a 1-point game. So, yeah, all of those things factored in, plus the lack of practice time due to the hurricane and things being shut down for a few weeks. Nice answer there by Pike. Flex, girl, flex. Kelsey Pike with a 3-point opportunity as we go inside a minute to play here in this opening half. Pinky, does John call as often as he should? I'm putting him out on notice. Man, my mom, so I moved back to Ohio in part, be closer to family. My mom's Miss Socialite of Cleveland. I can't get a hold of her. I can't even get her on the phone, let alone see her. So Pike tries to complete the 3-point opportunity, and she does. First 3 of the game for her, and the lead is back to 4. But I love this second quarter effort from the Pioneers. Got to close it strong this last minute. Very important going to the locker room here with that momentum. Liebert crosses over, attacks, and had it stripped away. Here's Wilson for the Royals. Wilson gets it back from Gardner. Rainbow triple is good. Emily Wilson, 37% from 3 a season ago. That's her first here in the season opener for Johnson. Lead back to 7. This is, like I said, an important stretch here. Liebert trying to stay hot, can't get it to go. Bell tries to answer too strong, but she's fouled. What I was trying to say is you don't want to get down 7, 8, 9, 10 points after fighting your way back. It's hard to come back twice. We've seen that already here this season in these first 4 games for the Pioneers. They've gotten down big, they've rallied, but you can only rally so much. Zybel 55% at the line this season, and she's short on that one. So regardless of what happens here with this free throw, you got to get a defensive stop. Keep that momentum going into the locker room, and some shuffling here. So the junior misses them both. Oh, Liebert with the rebound. 2 seconds to go. Middleton can't beat the buzzer, and the first half comes to a close. Johnson Royals lead by as many as 14, and do we have a foul called here? Middleton. Making sure her opponent is okay. Might have taken a shot there, Whaley. And they're going to check on her. So good sportsmanship there from Middleton. And the teams will go to the locker room again. 7-point lead for the Johnson Royals as Johnson plays its season opener. We'll take a break, come back, bring you after the halftime break. We'll do some first half stats and get you set for the second half here in just a moment. Don't go too far.
You work hard to get into college, but how does college work for you? By giving you flexible options to learn your way, on your time. By making career skills training part of your degree. By creating a welcoming and diverse campus where you can live while learning what you love. And by keeping costs affordable so you can get the full college experience without a lifetime of debt. SMC, college that works for you.
Player ahead, Gilliam. Now swings it out. Watt for three. Yes! First field goal for the Pioneers as the 5 on the floor. Here's Hansen for three, in and out. Offensive rebound comes down low, and Gilliam scores. Middleton gets a screen, fires a three. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. 4 minutes of this second quarter. Liebert using the body. Nice offense there. It out. Hansen using the baseline. Middleton again open. Yes, again for three. Which I believe Spartanburg Methodist is joining at some point. Really stout. Another three by Liebert. She's in double figures with 10. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Just about ready to go here in the start of the second half with Johnson the Royals up on Spartanburg Methodist. Pioneers trail 33-26. Tell you a little story. You know how players get hurt sometimes? Well, broadcaster is your local friendly neighborhood broadcaster is playing a little bit injured myself. Guess what happened to me? I went on a date a couple of days ago. Okay, it's a sushi place. And I feel a little leery about ordering sushi, because it's Cleveland, Ohio. But the place has really good ramen, so okay. Now, I'm on a date with somebody who is half Korean. She grew up in Korea. So I really want to impress her. So they asked me, what spice level do you want? I'm saying, number 5, bring the heat. I want the heat. This is 9 different peppers we're talking about here. Who knows from where? Well, I handled myself. Let me say I handled myself. But 2 days later, here we are on a Saturday afternoon. I'm like a dragon. I'm like, it's medieval times at my house. Flames are shooting out of the top of my mouth. So I'm a little bit injured today. It's a broadcaster injury. The male ego, ladies and gentlemen, the male ego. All right, let's get to the first half stats. Thanks for listening to my story, by the way. Johnson leads at 33-26, as I mentioned. The Royals shooting 35%. Spartanburg Methodist for the game, just 21%. But they were 7 of 19 in the second quarter, and they are shooting 6 of 16 from 3. So the Pioneers, 38% from 3. That's the best half of the season so far. Jada Liebert, lone player in double figures in the game. She has 10 points on 2 of 5 from downtown, 3 of 8 from the field. Also has 3 rebounds. 6 points apiece for Destiny Middleton and Gilliam. 3 for Marcia Watt. And 1 for Crystal Johnson. Jordan Hefner leads Johnson with 8 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Hannah Jones has 6 and 5 for Emily Wilson. Rebounding is +2 to the Pioneers, 29-27. 10 offensive rebounds in the first half for Spartanburg Methodist. Great hustle, great effort. Both teams have 9 turnovers by and by. So here we go. Second half is underway. Johnson led by as many as 14 in the first half. They led by double figures 3 different times. It was 21-7 at one point in that first half. It was early on in the second quarter, as a matter of fact. But credit Spartanburg Methodist, crashing the offensive glass, recognizing struggling offensively, starting to see some threes go down. Singer reads the passing lane, comes up with the steal. 10th turnover for the Pioneers. Spacing issue there. And Singer with the catch, but Singer and Hefner in the same spot. Jones with the give and go to Hefner. Extra pass out to Wilson. Swings it over to Singer. Shot clock winding down. Singer, tough angled shot, couldn't get it to go, but it's off Gallman, out of bounds. So extra chance opportunity. Season opener for the Johnson Royals. And for Spartanburg Methodist, finale of this 4 games and 8-day stretch where the Pioneers played all 4 at home, and now we'll have just 2 more home games the rest of November and December combined. Turnaround shot by Jones is no good. Last year's freshman of the year in the AAC, stuck on 6 points. So Pioneers into the forecourt. Bell, Liebert, Middleton, Hanson, and Gallman, usual starters out there to start the second half. Hanson can't get the runner to go. Into the forecourt, Baragona. Singer out to Jones, kept her feet down, passes tipped and taken away by Bell. Here's Liebert. No. Bell tried to clean it up down low, couldn't. And Hefner going to go quick. She can't bank it. Tip for the rebound. It comes to Jones. So Jones is up to 8 points, matching Hefner for the team high. Three early subs ready to come in for Spartanburg. Middleton can't get the three to go. Jones with the board. So lead back to 9 for Johnson. Spartanburg cut it briefly from 14 down to 1. They have not led in this game, and we've had no ties. So Gallman out, Johnson back in. Gilliam back in, and Wilson checks in. Hanson and Bell stay out there for Reed Walling. Next game for the Pioneers, November 6th against St. Andrews, by the way. Hefner had it deflected out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Royals here. Nice put back there by Jones, so she's in double figures. Joining Liebert, 2 players in double figures in the game. Lead grows to 9 for Johnson. And that's a high pass and a mistake there by Wilson. Usually, if you want to be competitive, you can come from behind once. But as we talked about late in that first half, you cannot fall behind, come back, fall behind, come back. It just does not work in your favor more often than not. So these are big minutes here right now for both teams. Royals trying to push that lead back out, settling things down, getting control of this basketball game back. And they're feeding Jones. Jones, tough angle, but got it to go. So 6 quick points for last year's freshman of the year. No sophomore slump so far for Hannah Jones as the lead grows to 13 for the Royals. We'll take a break. All right, welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Just underway here in the third quarter, and a good start here for Johnson. Let me get the crowd sound back for you. Sorry, I always goof that up at halftime, and then it's, I don't know, my brain. It's the ramen. It's always the ramen. So the Royals have a good start to this third quarter. 6-0 run. And it's all Hannah Jones. She's got all 6 for Johnson University. One of the better players, not only in the conference, but, she's just a sophomore. She can grow into top tier in the NAIA. And the Pioneers start things off out of the timeout with a turnover. Not what you want. Jones will make the pass out to Hefner, who's also been hot, and she buries a 3. Something to say to the crowd, Jordan Hefner. Local senior from Knoxville. She was the second leading scorer last season behind Jones. I mentioned that in the first half, but looking good to start the season here. Gilliam in the game. It's in and out. Hefner with the rebound. And lost it out of bounds. So Pioneers will get it back. So this is the biggest lead of the game, 16. Johnson attacks. And they'll have a 5-on-4 as Johnson's slow to get back. Stepping left, firing the 3. Hefner not that time. Saved by Wilson. It's deflected around, and coming out of it is Hansen. Oh, what a steal there. Jordan Hefner averaged 2.5 a game last year. Barragona whacked, and she'll go to the free throw line. Good foul there, but it is all Royals at the start. That's the thing, John. I love spice. I do. I love it. The spicier, the better. This was a little too much. Ego took over a little too much. I probably should have gone with number 3. But also when you're in Ohio, some of these places, when they say, do you want the spiciest there is, it's not really all that spicy. Like, they dumb it down for us white people. Not this restaurant. They did not hold back. 9 different peppers. And I'm pretty sure they picked some of them out of the depths of hell. It was so delicious, though. It really was. It was the best ramen I've ever had. Out to an 18-point advantage now. Johnson continues to dominate this third quarter. There we go. Pinky and John. Crystal Johnson going to go to the free throw line. Good free throw shooter, 82% here in the first 3 games. 1 out of 2 earlier today. So both teams with a team foul midway through this third quarter. Don't forget, first of a doubleheader. Half hour after this game concludes, we'll have the guys game against Warner. Crystal Johnson, freshman. Trying to salvage the trip here. Missed them both. Rebound controlled by Sophia Singer. Hefner will attack. Swings it out. Barragona. Out on the wing, gets a screen from Singer. Now back to Hefner for 3. It's blocked. Crystal Johnson, first block of the season for her. Well, Jones got a quick break. She's back in. Wilson goes out. Blitter, who had 4 points in the first half, is also on the court. And we got another whistle on Spartanburg Methodist. Blitter to Hefner. Hefner with 11. Jones leads everybody with 12. Had trouble with the pass. Johnson with the steal. Johnson hesitates. She'll attack. and the Scoop can't score. Spartanburg Methodist has not scored in the quarter. And that is a bucket and foul. And it'll be an old school three-point try for Blitter, who really good production off the bench. Megan Blitter, one of several freshmen brought in. We've talked about the returners. We talked about the grad transfer, Sophia Singer. Some of the red shirts like Barragona, but this is a good-looking freshman here, Megan Blitter. Another local product, too. They recruit local. And I got to say, the Royals and the athletic department as a whole, you know, when I was at Warren Wilson 2012 to 2014, teams were going to Johnson University to get a win. That's basically what was going to happen. And they made the move to the NAIA a few years ago, and they've been really competitive as an athletic department while sticking to their guns and sticking to, you know, who they are and their philosophy as a university, and it's been nice to see that. Here's a 3-on-2. Can we get on the board, please? Nope. Fouled down low, and that's going to go on Liebert. But, yeah, back in the day, you go to Johnson University to get W's. Their athletics programs were not that strong. And last year, the Royals, 17-12, and they were 8 games above 500 in a very good AAC. So a really nice little turnaround for that program and that athletic department. All of their teams, that I could tell at least, pretty competitive compared to years past. Pike is in the game. Rockets that 3. Russell also in. Blitter still out there. Gardner checks in. And Jones. That's the 5 right now for the Royals. Blitter, Russell. Shot clock is winding down. There he looked down low. Shot was blocked by Gallman. Keep going, ladies. Good job. Nobody stopped. Well, a few people stopped. And now here's Pike down low to Jones. Can't get it that time. Jones scored the first 6 of this quarter and helped Johnson blow this game open. How about Watt's second triple of the afternoon? Hit one in the first quarter. She's got her second here today. Yeah, John, you're right. They're showing the fatigue. The Pioneers came out of this locker room just, well, Watt's not showing it. She's got the spunk, and she's going to the free throw line. I like what I've seen today from Marcia Watt. In the first 3 games, she was relatively quiet, but hitting some shots, feeling confident. She, along with Hughes, Johnson, and Hanson, are all freshmen. And remember, this is very much a transition year for Spartanburg Methodist. We talked a little bit about it during the guys' game. I don't know if we touched base on it during the women's game in the first doubleheader we had last weekend. But just like I was saying about Johnson University from years ago and where they are now, it's not an easy transition to get into the NAIA. If you go to the NAIA from wherever you're coming from, you got to compete, and you got to bring in players who can compete. And this is very much one of those transition years, one of those building block years for Spartanburg Methodist to get these players some experience, have them learn what this level of athletics is like. And just to finish that thought, you know, we talked a little bit about it, and the NJCAA is so helter-skelter in terms of competition. You could have one team with 5 D1 players on it, and then you can have another team from a college that's barely keeping its doors open, barely recruiting. And it's really, really up and down in the NJCAA as that 3 goes down for Wilson. But just going from 2-year to 4-year as an athletic program is not as simple of a transition. Reed Walling, when I talked to him before the first game, hit it on the nail. You know, they were watching film of Reinhardt, and the girls all said, well, none of the freshmen play. Because in the NJCAA, freshmen get run because there's freshmen and sophomores, and that's it. you can have third-year players now, of course, with all of these COVID things and injuries, red shirts, things like that happen, but it's very different. And you see here for Johnson, we've seen some freshmen here, but not a lot. Wilson from downtown. Bounces it up, bounces it in. Wilson now in double figures. She has 11. Third player in double figures for the Royals. The lead is 22. And this halftime, at halftime it was 33-26. So we've had a 20-5 third quarter by the Royals. Gilliam into the game. Gilliam putting on those globetrotter dribbling skills. She's got 8. That music started going in my head when she was dribbling down low like that. Air ball 3 that time, but Pike is there for Johnson. It swung to Hefner. Extra pass, I believe that's Wilson who flips it up short. Wilson trying to stay with it. Gilliam throws it ahead. Hansen, yes, on the outlet. There's an assist. I forgot to check the assists at halftime. If you're just joining us, mentioned it in the pregame. The Pioneers had 0 assists on Wednesday against Columbia College. Destiny Middleton with a nice shot block. We'll get the third quarter stats from Danny at the gym coming up here at the end of the quarter, so we'll check on that. Hefner crosses over, swings it out. Wilson for 3. And Gallman's got the board. Middleton's got numbers. And now the Royals recover, and actually Jones took it away. She took it away, and it's going to be a reach on Hansen, and that will be free throws. It's going to be free throws. If that's the 15 foul. Or did they call it jump ball? It's going to be Pioneers basketball. I'm not sure what happened there. I think it was a jump ball, and if it was a jump ball, that was way too quick of a whistle. Jones clearly had that in her control. I also could be wrong about that. I keep forgetting, though. Check says Spartanburg Methodist on it, so good call, refs. It's a turnover anyways. Ball don't lie. And now Wilson, another deep one. Can't get it to go. And, oh my goodness gracious. The communication, John on the YouTube chat, you mentioned this earlier. The communication for the Pioneers just flat out stinks. It stinks. They do not talk. They don't talk on defense. They don't talk on offense. 2 players going for the ball there for the rebound. Little things that have to be cleaned up. All Royals at the end of the third quarter. We'll see if the Pioneers can mount another comeback. Final quarter coming at you here in just a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are just about set. I didn't get the box score from the gym at the end of the third quarter, so apologies, we're going to check on a couple of things, assists. But Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. It's all Royals. This is their season opener. Johnson coming off that 17-win season a year ago. +7 in the win column last year. Royals looking good here in their season opener, making that trip from the other side of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And again, with 40 being out, I'm still thinking about everybody in western North Carolina and Tennessee and eastern Tennessee there. There's a spot, exit 1 off of 40, right where you go from North Carolina into Tennessee, right after you get down that mountain. And exit 1 there in Tennessee, just one of the most beautiful hiking trails there. It's a connector trail, actually, to the Appalachian Trail, as Johnson gets 1 out of 2. It's the first place I ever went when I moved to Asheville. I drove, it's about 40-minute drive, maybe an hour. I ended up on this dirt road that I later found out was like this 19th century highway through the mountains, and after my hike. And I think about those places. I think about all the people who were in those little nooks and crannies, hollers around there. I think about the people when I was driving on 25E in around North Carolina, past Marshall, around Greenville, Tennessee. That little area with those farms where I saw little roosters on the road. I was thinking about those people the whole time that storm was going on, that whole weekend when the power was out, and then for weeks later when the power was out. We're still thinking about you, and I don't want anybody in those areas to think they've been forgotten. Believe me, we haven't. And I heard they got 26 open, 1 lane each way, which is good as Middleton drives in and scores. So Middleton's up to 8 points. Barragona in rhythm, no good on the 3. Liebert the rebound. Johnson ahead, 1-on-1. Johnson attacks, and that's going to be an offensive foul. So Middleton, Liebert, Hansen out there, Johnson, and Bell. That's the 5 for Spartanburg Methodist. Kelly McDonald wearing number 15. Jones is still in the game. Hefner, Barragona, and Singer. Singer has it top of the key. Swings it out. Hefner for 3. No. Offensive rebound by Jones. Hefner down into Jones. Entry pass deflected out. It stays with the Royals. McDonald from downtown. Short. Another offensive rebound. Singer. Put back no. Singer, 1 arm no. And finally, Bell able to collect, and she has it stripped away. And we have, it looked like it was a double dribble called. And I don't know about that, but it's going to be Pioneer basketball. First of the doubleheader, guys game coming at you half hour after this one's done or thereabouts. Guys will take on Warner. Boy, Warner, you talk about building in the NAIA, their men's program, one of the best in the country historically. Bell trying to get on the board. Her runner, no. Bell stays with it. Hansen. Out to Middleton. Middleton with 8 in the game. Destiny had the double pump and scored anyways. Barragona kind of swiped in there, and it forced Middleton to double pump, but she got it to go. So the lead is 13. It's been as high as 22. Here we go again. McDonald from downtown, no. Offensive rebound by Jones, her 3rd of the quarter. The 3's shots not falling right now for Johnson. Hansen now nearest us. Johnson, and that's just stripped by Jones. You could call it a block, you can call it a steal on that possession. It could be either or. Jones goes cross court. Baragona in the corner uses the baseline, swings it out to Singer for three, and that is an air ball. Changes for Reed Walling as Gallman comes in. Wilson comes in. One other player who I'll tell you about as soon as she comes into screen, Watt. Marcia Watts played great today. 8 points, season high here in the first 4 games. Gallman backing down. Gallman turn around, air ball. Nice defense there by Jones. Singer. Johnson, I mentioned this is a first of a back-to-back this weekend, a rare Sunday game for them. They'll play a Seventh-day Adventist school tomorrow. Jones up to 14. At home, it's the home opener for the Royals. Washington Adventist. It'll be at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Back on the road for 2 more after that for the Royals. Hefner, unselfish basketball. Singer scores her second bucket, and the lead grows back to 17. 6:01 left to go in the game. Johnson University leading by double figures. To live action. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio, wherever you're watching from. Thanks for hanging out. Pioneers fans, we won't be together for over 2 months, so let me say happy holidays to you. I hope your Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all of those go great for you. Jones attacks. Ooh. That was a grown move right there. 16 for Hannah Jones. Nearing her season average from last year. Lead is back to 19. Bell over to Watt. Watt from downtown. Rebound by Hefner. See the ball movement here. Look at these extra passes. Nobody's settling for anything for the Royals. This is why I think they're going to be really competitive this year. It's possessions like that, and there's been far more of those than on the flip. Stepping into a 3, Bell. And that's kind of proves my point right there for Spartanburg Methodist. Bell was open, so, I'll give her that. But that's early in the shot clock. That's one person having the ball in the front court. It's not going to win you a lot of games. Driving in is Hefner. She's got a baker's dozen here today. Lead back to 23. It matches the biggest for Johnson. Royals in control. Watt for 3. Rebound controlled by Singer. And down low, it's Jones, who's now up to 20. 14 of that coming here in the second half. Jones had 6 at halftime. And we're going to get another timeout. Teachable moments here for Reed Walling. We're going to go away and come back here again in just a minute or two.
You work hard to get into college, but how does college work for you? By giving you flexible options to learn your way, on your time. By making career skills training part of your degree. by creating a welcoming and diverse campus where you can live while learning what you love. And by keeping costs affordable so you can get the full college experience without a lifetime of debt. SMC, college that works for you.
.55 left to go here in this game, and the lead is out to 25 for the Royals. Chris Sheeman back here with you from the home studio in Ohio. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love the audience numbers so far. We have had great crowds on YouTube to start the season. The next two women's home games will be available on the Spartanburg Methodist Huddle. I won't be with you, so feel free to, at the house, do your own play-by-play and comment. Barragona got it to go. She's got 6 in the game. Player fell down. There was no whistle. Everybody was waiting for a whistle. It should have come, but it never did. So we play on. I like these refs. Keep this moving. We got these double headers. Well, let's keep it moving. Turnaround by Johnson. She draws contact, and Crystal Johnson will go back to the free throw line. But especially on these football Saturdays, we've had really good audiences. Appreciate everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and like and blah, 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 and do all those things. Johnson, who had a dozen on Wednesday, just 2 points here this afternoon. So 1 out of 2. Johnson out, Wilson in. Bell goes out as Destiny Middleton comes in. Middleton and Liebert in double figures today for Spartanburg. They each have 10. Here's Russell on the near side. Russell goes behind the back. Blitter. Deep looking 3 there, and it's good for Wilson. Wilson now with 14. She is the lone starter out there. Number 4 is Kara Bunyan. So Johnson University digging deeper into its bench. Deep 3 by Pike, and air ball. Kyra. My apologies. Bunyan. Hanson hands off to Liebert. Right side Middleton for 3. Bunyan into the forecourt, gets around one player. Ooh, looking for the dime down low to Blitter, but pass off the mark. All right, last starter is out for Coach Lawn. Becca Gardner back in the game. Liebert for 3, yes. Well, if there's one takeaway from today, let's hope the three-point shooting will improve the rest of the way now. Pioneers this will be, I think, their season high, shooting percentage-wise from downtown. Down low bucket, no good by Blitter. And got a whistle down low. Going to be an offensive foul. More subs. Shemaya Francis is in, number 41 for the Royals. McDonald checks back in. Gardner remains out there. Bunyan still in. And Halcomb back out there as well. Liebert again for 3, not that time. As Francis able to save it from going out of bounds. Inside a minute to go, little bunny is short by Gardner. Rebound by Wilson. So we're going to sign off rather quickly once this one wraps up. Got to get ready for game number 2. Don't forget, coming up in a half hour after this one concludes. Liebert feeling good. So she's hit 2 of 3 triples since coming back into the game. She's got 16, a team high. Jones will have the game high most likely today, 20 points for the now sophomore for the Royals. That 3 is off. Offensive rebound by Francis. Bunyan. There's a 3 by Gardner. It was partially blocked. Liebert into the forecourt. Russell hands it off. Middleton, another double-figure game for her. Hansen for 3, got it to go. And your final score will be 70-50. The Royals win their season opener on the road. Back in action tomorrow at home at 4 p.m. And the Pioneers wrap up this long stretch of games at 1-3. Next up for the Pioneers, November 6th at St. Andrews, start of a 3-game road trip. We'll be back home on the 23rd. All right, folks, we got to go. We got game number 2 coming at you in a half hour from right now. It'll be the guys taking on Warner University. Come on back for that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.